Okay, so 2012 Gen 1, first gen, transmission fluid change. We're going to start up top. You can do it at the bottom, start draining the fluid first. I'm going to start at the top. So anyway, I'll try and go through this really fast and get it done so that you guys aren't wasting your time. You got shit to do. I got two 10mm bolts right up top here. This engine cover has to be removed because the plug is right about here for the fill on the transmission, on the Bolt-Tec transmission. So I've already loosened up some of these bolts to kind of save YouTube time and your all time. And I kind of went through this to make sure I knew what the hell I was going to talk about. So I've got two 10mm nut bolts on the top here to remove the cover. Now, you could remove the cover and pull it aside. I chose to completely remove it, and I'm kind of glad I did because I think I might modify something. This engine cover is a big fake cover is what it is. This little thing does a U-turn right here, and it really isn't needed. And I know a bunch of you guys are going to say, but leave it there. The GM engineers knew what they're doing. Well, I disagree with you, but anyway. So anyway, I'm going to pull these two hoses off. This was loosened up with clamps. I'm going to move this camera around a little bit here. This was loosened up with two clamps. There was one hose clamp here on the intake. I loosened that up. I'll show you how to do it in case anybody's really... But if you don't know what a hose clamp is, you really shouldn't be doing this. And then there was another one right here going to the carburetor or the throttle body. Okay, so we're going to loosen this up. Pull this hose off of here, and this should come up and off. Like I said, you could move it aside. I thought it was kind of kinking the hoses a little bit too much. Anyway, you're going to see what I mean. The hose, the intake hose, just does a big U-turn right there. So that basically connects this with this in a U-turn. So I may modify that and just leave my engine cover off because, I mean, why hold the heat in? That's what my train of thought is why hold the heat in? So, okay, so you got your engine cover removed. That's all we've done so far. And now we're going to go to the fun part. Actually, I'm going to put these bolts in here real quick. Sorry about this, guys. You don't have to watch me do this. I just don't want to lose these things in case well, I'm definitely going to put the engine cover on today. I don't know when I'm going to maybe remove it. But let me move the camera over here just a little bit. And I'm limited on room, so I apologize if the camera's just bouncing around. Okay, so there is a 10mm, a 19mm fill plug right up top here. And I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to take the camera off the mount, and we're going to go down in here. And so there's the front of the motor. I want to start out slow up top here, and I want to go down to where it is. Okay, so I'm going to go down. I'm going to set my light here. Find a nice place to stick my light where it'll stay. So see that plug that's being basically illuminated right now? I'm going to reach around from the back side, and I'm going to show it to you right there. That is the fill plug. Now, I've already loosened it, and I had the typical ratchet, and I couldn't break it loose. I gave it everything I could to the point I thought it was going to snap parts. And I couldn't get it to loosen up. So then I put my breaker bar on it, like that. And I went down here like this with the extensions. And I got on top of it, and I pulled on it, and I swear to God, I thought I broke it. I thought I snapped the whole thing in half. I thought for sure, being an aluminum and probably a metal plug, I probably snapped some stuff. But I did not. It actually just broke loose. Now this car has 90,000 miles on it. And I doubt that it's ever been changed. So there's the plug as it looks. It's got a rubber gasket, pretty good sized plug, smells like transmission fluid. And so that is your plug. I'm going to release the mount again and just show you the plug that I pulled out. So there it is right there. Get a good top view. And again, for reference point, it's kind of like a little transition between the motor and the transmission is where this plug is. So I had a heck of a time really trying to determine what is what on this car because there isn't a ton of information on it. Evidently, they just want the GM techs to do this, but okay, so that's it for this. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and jack the car up. I just wanted to show you where everything is. Okay, so we're back underneath the Volt, and as you can see, I'm going to back up here just so you can see for reference here, the front of the car. We'll go down and under. Of course, this is the engine oil pan, engine oil filter. And then we have the Voltec transmission. Now, I would have preferred that they had done some type of transmission drain plug specific, but I'm told it's this plug right here. Matter of fact, it was even mentioned that the let me see this underneath here, because I don't remember what it is right this second. Sorry about this, guys. I'm trying not to drag on this video, because I hate videos that are like, okay, it's an 11 millimeter, and as you can see, it fits right on there, no problem. So we're going to pull that plug. We're going to drain in. I've got a brand new drain pan. Nothing's ever been in this one here because I want to be able to measure out the amount of fluid that comes out. All right, so we're back. The drain plug came out especially nice and well. It came out really, really nice. I'm going to put some anti-seize back in there. Make sure, even though it's lubricated, as you can see, the fluid's draining out. Looks really nice and clean. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I can hold the flashlight at the same time here, along with my GoPro. And as you can see, the fluid's it's running out pretty nice. Pretty nice and clean. It's got 90,000 miles on it. I'm going to go ahead and let that drain. And we're going to go up here, just for the heck of it. And we're going to go, I'm going to go ahead and loosen this up just so it's got some airflow. Put that up here like this. There's the drain plug, and I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to open up the door here if I can. That might be a little tougher than I thought. And we're going to show you the mileage here. Does it show miles without turning the car on? It does. Okay, so there it is, 91,000 miles, 191.35. So just wanted to show you that there. So there's no, oh no, his car had 50 or 60,000 miles on it. No, it had 91,000 miles on it when I changed the transmission fluid. So we are going to change it with Max Life Synthetic. Sorry about spinning. Okay, so we're back up top. The bottom is still draining. I leveled the car out a little bit more because I had it jacked on the driver's side. Probably hindsight, I should have probably jacked it up from the passenger side. That would have tilted it towards the driver's side, and I could maybe get a little more fluid out of it. The fluid's so clean anyway. I mean, this is just really kind of redundancy anyway, but whatever. Okay, so up top here, I've done nothing else. The only thing I did is, like I said, it's draining down there. I lowered the car down a little bit, and I've gathered up my stuff. I've cleaned my funnel. You're going to need a funnel that's pretty darn long. As you can see, this is a pretty long funnel. So anyway, I'm going to fish it in here. I'm going to try and do both here. Add a little light to my GoPro. And I'm going to fish it down into that hole, as you can see, maybe in the camera, maybe not, and it fits right perfectly. So that's a nice tight seal into that transmission fill plug. So now, a word on transmission fluid. Dextron, Mercon, per the owner's manual and per everything else I've read, you want to make sure that it's got this marking. It's the Mercon LV. Somebody correct me in the comments if I'm not right. There's a certain designation for the newer transmission fluids, and I believe it's the Mercon. I believe they used to be all Dex Merc, but I think the Mercon is the new designation. And again, if I'm wrong, somebody please just chime in. I'm looking at the label here along with you. This is all Mexican here, so we don't need that. Let me see. Yeah, Mercon, I think, is the one designation that it's got to cover in that 5. I think the numbers are also significant. So I remember picking this out. It was a couple months ago, I hate to say, but make sure you've got enough transmission fluid and make sure that it's the correct kind. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to button up the plug down below, and we'll go down below in a second here. I'm pretty sure it's almost done dripping. Alright, real quick guys, so I don't get a copyright violation. I put anti-seize on the plug. I'm going to put the plug back in. I'm sorry if it's a little bit dark. I left my flashlight up top. It's already drained into the drainage pan. And here we go, tightening up the plug. Now I'm just going to, I don't have any torque ratings on this. So I've got a torque wrench, but I don't have any torque ratings on this. So I'm just gonna go real nice and slow into this thing. But I don't want it so loose that it comes loose either, you know? So, but that plug, whew, that plug is just asking to be stripped out. I'm dead serious on this. It's got very fine threads. It's into aluminum. Here and show you what we did real quick in case you're interested in how we did it. So what I did was I figured out what the fill line was in 2 of these jugs. I dumped the first one in, and when I got my drain pan out, I filled it up to this point exactly. Then we dumped this out, and then I dumped the rest of it in. Well, that came to right about here on the second fill. So that means I had 1 and this mark here in the transmission. So then we went ahead and we dumped the other one out so as not to contaminate with dirty. We dumped the other full one out and made it to this line right here. As you can see, there's kind of a body line right here of the jug. And so we took the other one and we slowly dumped it out to this point, and then we dumped it into the transmission. And now I know that exactly what came out is what I replaced it with. Now I can also check it with the fill plug. Or with the drain, the check plug, level plug, they call it, by turning the wheel. God, I don't know. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to see it here. I'm gonna have to put a photo into the video, but there is a level plug. Now the car has to be level, and I know my garage floor is not level because it's pitched to let the rainwater drain out. Why they built it like that, I have no idea. But nonetheless, it is done that way. So I cannot use my fill plug to check it until I get the car into a level surface, turn the wheel, and double check it. But I know that what I took out is what's back in there. So that's all that matters at this point for me. I'm going to go ahead and put the engine cover back on. I'm going to start it up. I'm going to go through the gears, and we will check it. But that is how to change your transmission fluid in a Chevy Volt. This is a Gen, great, parts everywhere. This is a Gen 1 2012 Volt.